this, according to the Population Council, is to reduce high birth rates through family planning. Acting Executive Director Marian Pakpa explains a review of the population policy will address the issue. She adds, Ghana needs a larger working population and fewer dependents, which is not the case now.
Our economy is growing, but it's not growing as fast as the population is growing. So what choice? You have a choice, really. There are two paths. You can continue to grow the way we are growing, or we can do something to slow down the rate at which we are growing.
The Council can only advocate for policies, but other agencies have to implement them, and the Ghana Health Service is one of such agencies. AIDS Director General Dr. Ebenezer Piadentra admits his office hasn't done much on family planning, a shortcoming he attributes to the lack of funding, but says the educational sector must also pitch in.
The syllabus of the schools, they don't teach people to take care of themselves. I personally have been to certain schools and you ask them, have the girls, about 16 years, the menstruation took them by surprise. And so we felt that we have to make it functional. Understand that there's a subject called social science, living, management and living. That one actually addresses the family education. And I think that one, that's what we need to bring it a bit down into the primary schools.
Meanwhile, out there on the streets, women have concerns about the side effects of some of the family planning methods.
I'll go the natural way. And if you're a woman and you are menstruating, you know when to get pregnant. So why not? I'll go natural.
Why don't you want to use any family planning method?
A friend of mine used it just recently, before she could realize she's pregnant. I've seen two people, in fact, it didn't go well with them. The other one just bloated.
I don't like using it.
Have you ever tried using it?
Yeah.
Did you have any effect?
No.
So why don't you want to use it?
Just I don't like it.
Though some of the concerns expressed may not be factual, they discourage many women nonetheless. Some men, however, appear open to the idea of family planning.
So I will let my wife use contraception because the system is too rough. Money is not in the system. When you marry, if you have 2 kids, it's all right too.
Yes, I will allow my wife to use contraceptives because I would want to space out my children. Of course, I come in a family where most of us are not spaced out, and it really has a big burden on my parents. Looking at that, I wouldn't want to go through that same experience.
Perhaps a good reason to begin to take the family planning message to men so they can also be encouraged to take up methods such as vasectomy. Hannah Odame for Joy News.
And Hannah already has how many too?
Yes.
And yesterday I called her and asked her, so this story that you did, how many are you going to have? I said, my way.
Okay, so we're activating the lines now. You can join us 0302-211-69102, 0302-211-69102. The big question is, what do you think? Would you still, after hearing the explanations that have been given, do you still want to have 4, 5, 6 children? Yeah. I think they say if you do 2, that would be best. But the limits, if you can, should be 3. Yeah. Wow. But yesterday I was also asking some of my colleagues, how about, go and multiply?
As in the Bible?
Yes.
That's what the issues of the Bible. These days it's becoming trendy. So if you don't know, you start bringing a lot of people argue with you.
How about go and multiply?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we also know that these policies have been introduced in many countries who currently have now aging population and a small working population, and so either are inviting a lot of migrant workers and things like that into their countries, and so it's usually implemented for a time or for a generation, and then you try to take a relook at the policy and try to reverse it or try to re-strategize the way you want your population to grow. The truth is, the way we're growing, and indeed we're growing, you just have to go to Committee 25 or wherever the real estate companies are and see that people are building. But people are building structures in which they only want 2 people to be in the buildings, or 3 people, 4 people. And some even don't want any children at all. So at the end of the day, we also have a side of the population that is largely perhaps semi-illiterate, that don't have the right information, and so keep breeding and breeding and breeding.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's speak to Albert. Albert is joining us from the Ashanti region. He's in Kumasi. Good morning to you, Albert.
Good morning, Mama. How are you?
I am very well. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing well too.
Yeah, we're doing good here.
We thank God. So, Albert, how many children do you have? How many do you hope to have?
I've been married for 12 years, and I have 3 kids now, and I think that is the end here.
You're not going any further?
No, you see, that is why I even called, because some of us that we have, like, you give birth to straight 3 girls or straight 3 boys. It's like some of the influences also from the family and all that, they'll be telling you, you need a girl with the boys, you need a boy with a girl.
I see.
And those things, keeps increasing the thing. Meanwhile, somebody will tell you that you need a boy so that your name can be remain on earth.
Is that your case? Boy, is that your case? Okay.
Yeah, but you see...
So it means that currently your name is not going to remain. You have only girls.
Yeah, but you see, I took somebody's daughter and I've taken the name from her and I've given my name to the daughter. So somebody should also take my children and also do the same. But at the end of the day, it is your legacy, what you do on earth, the contribution you give to your country, that will cause your name to be maintained. It is not the boys and the girls that you give. And secondly, about pastors and the so-called men of God, and every day this prophecy, I've seen that you give birth to 5 children. This prophecy, I've seen that you give 2 boys and 3 girls. So if the person doesn't even have the means, he still want to follow that prophecy. I am not saying the prophecies are not good, but what I'm saying is that we should look at all these things, and this analysis that you gave on TV, it's a kind of a worrisome, because if you look at Ghana now, we can't even manage with the one we have now. How can we do that in the 2050s?
Albert.
So I think that we should look at it very well.
Albert, for your 3 children, why are you trying to maintain only 3? Okay.
I think that for me, the 3 is okay for me.
Okay. Thank
because,
you. Thank you.
The 3 of them, the way they are, I should be able to take good care of them.
All right, Albert, you've made your point.
To good schools and all that.
Okay. All right, Albert, we appreciate your contribution to this particular subject. Let's speak to Henry. Henry is joining us from East
You need
Legon.
a girl.
Good morning, Henry.
You need a girl.
Hello, Henry.
Hello, Mama. Good morning.
Good morning. Henry, I am well. How are you?
By God's grace, I'm fine. And Roland, how are you too?
I'm fine. How many do you have?
Interesting, Roland. I'm yet to have one.
Okay. Are you married?
I'm not. I'm just preparing to get married.
Okay. How many do you intend to have?
Oh, just one. But you know, interesting thing.
Really?
Yes.
Why one? No. I mean, at least they say you should replace yourself.
Mama, you know why?
No.
I want to have one. Then I'll adopt 2, making 3.
Really?
Yes.
Your wife to be, she agrees with this great plan of yours? Oh, Henry, don't leave us. Hello, Henry.
Marvelous. Marvelous one, of course.
She agrees with your plan?
Yes.
Okay. That's nice.
Yes, perfectly. And you know why? I'm disappointed about the population council. You know what? Look, in 2006, there was a research by a student group. Okay? And then we projected a look. By 2015, what is going to happen is that if we don't keep our population, if we don't have concrete policies to enforce it to keep our population, this is what is going to happen. But they never take it serious.
Well, thank you very much. Your point has been made.
All right, Henry. Henry will have one and adopt 2. That's nice. Let's go to Bongo now and speak to Jonathan. Good morning to you, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan, we lost you. Please do call us back.
Jonathan, sorry.
Yeah. But the issue of have one, I mean, what do you think?
I don't think it's a bad thing at all. But, if you can have more than one, I would prefer that you have more than one. If you can, if it's because of fertility issues, you can't get the second one, fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But if you can have more than one, I I'm cool too, because at the end of the day, even when you go, your children leave you anyway, they hardly call you. and look, our children are going to call us less by the time we grow up. Seriously. You're educating all your children with all the Cambridge education that you're giving them, GCSE and all. You're going to work for United Nations or someplace, be in Cambodia and you'll be in Ghana.
Let's speak to Kim Faisal.
They're never going to call you.
We've got Kim Faisal. Is it the football club that we have on the line? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you too?
I am very well, thank you. So what's your plan? How many do you have? How many do you intend having?
Not married yet, but I intend having 5.
5? Oh,
yeah.
But Kim Faisal, you haven't heard the reports. We're good. We're too many. I mean, we won't be able to take care of the children.
Kim Faisal, I like you. I like you. You are a Muslim, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a Muslim.
You're entitled to 4 women. How many do you intend marrying?
My grandfather went 7. And
no,
my mother 4.
No, your grandfather breached the.
You're going to go to. Oh, Kim Faisal, is that what you said? Okay. But why do you want to have, I mean, you know, irrespective of what has been said, do you still want to do 5?
Yeah, for now, you know, most of the time, if you give, it all depends on the children you give, the sex you have. If, for example, if they mix male, female, then
you'll be okay.
End at around 3, yeah.
But if it's like all girls or all boys, then you'll be looking for the other side.
You have to proceed to get the other one.
Make sure you don't get to 10. Good luck.
No, okay, thank you.
That's Kim Faisal for you. I think that's also, you know, like a big deal, whether you have all girls or all boys. We'll talk about that. Let's speak to Francis, who is also in Kumasi. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Francis.
Hey, good morning.
Francis, how are you?
Good morning.
So, Francis, what's your plan? What's your big plan? How many do you intend having?
Well, I already have 5.
Okay. Is that a full stop for you, or you intend continuing?
They've all grown to maturity.
Okay.
And you know, they are educated them up to the tertiary level.
Okay.
Now, one thing I would like to say about population, is that nature uses polygamy to regulate population.
Nature uses polygamy to regulate population.
Of women.
Yeah, please go ahead.
That's right. I'm saying that nature uses polygamy to regulate population.
Okay, so
now,
what do you want to?
The thing is that if a woman would have, say, 3 children.
Hello. Okay, Roland will speak to Didier now. Didier
I was
is joining
asking
us.
whether he was an atheist or something. Yeah, because anyway, but we have Didier, as in Didier Drogba from Ho. Didier.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Oh, you sound very young. You're not married, are you?
I'm not married.
Okay. How many do you intend having? And why do you think that having 2 is enough, or having 3 or having 1 is enough, and not 5, for example?
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, it's a matter of a priority. You know, if you know where you want to get to, and you know your plans in life, then you decide on the number of children that you should have. And I intend to have 2 or 3.
Right. Why? Is it because it's fashionable?
Yeah, that's what I think I can have, so that I'll be able to cater for them, educate them, and put them into a particular position before I go on retirement. I die and leave them behind.
Do you think that if you have too many and you die and leave them behind, they become a liability?
Yeah, you know, the future is not certain, and you can't predict the future. So because of that, when you prioritize today and you have few, and you are able to, educate them and put them to a particular position, I don't think tomorrow there will be a pressure on the society.
Right, the future is never certain. But supposing you grow up in, let's say, 40 years from now, and you become a very rich man, you have only 2 or a child, what happens? You regret not having 4, 5?
And no, Roland, I don't think so. Right. I don't think.
Okay, thank you. It's an interesting, the way people tend to look at it. Yeah. I believe that, I love the lifestyle itself, having 2 and things like that. And I don't want to spend a lot on children, really. Yeah. I want to spend money on the ones that and keep the money to myself. Yeah. My security in future is even more important to me than whatever it is. Yeah. Because these days, children finish university. You even have to house them, give them a car. You pay for their postgraduate tuition. Even when they are marrying, you have to fund the marriage. I'm telling you, before you leave them and say, I've seen colleagues enjoy all those freebies from their parents, just because their parents had small families.
Your issue is that you are chiseled. That's all. Ben from Ohoi is on the line. Hello, Ben. Good morning to you, Ben.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the show.
Hello, Ben. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm enjoying the show.
Thank you. But so what's your take?
Oh, I already have 4.
You have 4.
Yes.
Is that the end of the road for you?
For me, that's the end. But my wife is still insisting that we should add 1.
Why does she still want 1? Is it pension, baby?
She is even saying that you guys, if you were to be in her shoes, we were watching the program together.
Oh.
You would even desire to have more.
I see.
Why?
How old are you? How old are you?
Oh, I'm 38 now.
You're 38. You have 4. And then she would want to have more.
1 more.
Now what we will want to know, has this satiation for having a lot more got to do with maybe a history you have with your family, having a bigger family elsewhere and things like that? Or is just the desire to have a lot more?
Of the view that she doesn't know the child that will save her in future.
Save how? Is the child going to be a rescue worker?
The more children she's able to have, the higher chances of her being protected when she is of age.
Okay. Do you think?
And she's feeling like 2 boys, 2 girls, but still she's insisting that she wants to add 1. The problem is that even the 4 that she had, 3 were of cesarean delivery.
Okay.
3 were of cesarean delivery. So after the 3rd one, I told her that no, I want an operation so that the womb will be clean, so that she will not be able to have again. But she declined. She went to the doctor and told the doctor that no, she didn't agree on that. So it's not the men. It's the men.
Okay, so just give her the 1 and case closed. Yeah?
You said I should do what?
No, I'm saying that just give her the 1, case closed.
I should give her the 1. You agree on me giving her the 1. She's really here, Christy.
She wants it, so go for it.
I'm not ready. I think the budget will be too much.
All right.
But thank you, Ben. Thank you. That's an interesting perspective. Yeah. She just...
And they don't seem to have any difficulty with it.
No.
Well, the man is not too averse to having the next one. He's, I just think the bed will be too much. Like for me.
But he's just like you. You don't want to have any more. You're good.
I know. Yeah. It gives me... It will give me a psychological trauma if I should have another one.
Let's tackle this issue.
I'll be depressed.
You have 2 boys.
And I've never been depressed in my life. This one will give me depression.
You've got 2 boys. I've got 2 boys. The question that I get a lot is, would you go again for a girl?
I don't look at the sexes. I don't mind. 2 is okay.
Yeah, same here. If I go again, I think I haven't decided. I haven't.
You haven't decided.
Sometimes I feel I have decided, and then at other times I feel like, okay, let me just allow. So if I go again, it's only because I want a 3rd child, not again. Hey!
I see.
And Fred, my director, is saying twins. Oh my God, I don't know.
I know where Fred is coming from. I'll tell you later.
Twins, nice, but I don't know if I can handle it.
I know where Fred is coming from. I'll tell you later. But please, we still want your calls, and the numbers will be on your screens.
Oh.
Fred,
I've got to do something.
Okay.
So
all right.
Yeah,
okay.
because we're very loaded.
Oh, okay.
We're talking.
I got carried away.
Yeah.
Think about sex and things like they are nice to talk about.
But let me quickly, because what we haven't done is to tell you what the newspapers are reporting. So quickly, I'll just do two newspapers: the Daily Graphic and then the Daily Guide. I just tell you some of the headlines captured in those papers. The Daily Graphic says Ogwa Omahene in trouble. The Cape Coast High Court yesterday ordered that the name of the paramount chief of the Ogwa traditional area, Osaberi Makwesi Atta, register of the second, should be struck out from the register of the National House of Chiefs. That's big. We were robbed in Talensi. PNC cries out. President John Mahama has called on the security services to take lessons from the violence that characterized the Talensi by-election to prevent such occurrence in the 2016 presidential and parliamentary polls. Also, governments work towards debt sustainability. That's what Ato Forson is saying. NDC, NPP in blame game over violence in Talensi. That's very much expected. The Daily Guide newspaper, violence begets violence. Woyongo justifies bloody attacks. Police snap Rawlins. Ogwahene name removed from chief lists. So these are some of the headlines in two of the newspapers, the Daily Graphic and the Daily Guide newspaper. You can get to the newsstands and grab the newspapers and read the details.